Tanzania is committed to transitioning from transition cooking method to clean energy technology by 2030. We are working to address the extensive use of firewood. Currently, 84.8% of the households in the rural area and 17.4% households in the urban area use firewood for cooking. Through our newly launched 10 years clean cooking national strategy, we want to achieve the target of having 80% of Tanzanians using clean cooking solution by 2034. I'm accurately aware the challenges ahead of us in transitioning from the traditional practices to clean cooking, and it is my hope that the dialogue which is set before us will provide some solutions to some challenges. Issues like lack of access to adequate, affordable, and sustainable solutions. Many households, predominantly in the rural areas, struggle to adopt the clean cooking solution due to high cost, limited availability, insufficient supply chain. Secondly, clean cooking solution is hampered by insufficient research and innovation. There is also lack of awareness on economic opportunity available in the clean cooking, hindering the development of clean cooking solution. And lastly, is the absence of partnership to support the clean cooking access for all. Number two, Tanzania has made considerable progress in expanding energy access in urban and rural areas. Access to electricity in the country is at 72%. However, household connectivity, especially in the rural areas of Tanzania, has remained very relatively low, currently only at 36% of the rural household and 79% of the household in urban areas are connected to electricity. Our goal as a country is to extend electricity access to households, not just in the villages, but to the entire country. Mr. Vice President, REA, the rural electrification, which is a long journey partner of AFDB, particularly under the Rural Electrification Connection Densification Project, we are working to increase the number of households connected to the grid with the target reaching at 100% of all villages having access to electricity and 75% metered connection in mainland by the year 2030. We are also working to accelerate the productive use of electricity in rural areas to boost rural economy and socio-economic development.
As my boss, the African Development Bank President, Dr. Adeshina elegantly put it, no economy can grow in the dark. And neither can economy industrialize in the dark. And no economy can be competitive in the dark. Accelerated universal access to electricity, building on the current rate of about 45.8% here in Tanzania, will therefore hasten and catalyze Tanzania's economic development. In this regard, I note that Tanzania already has surplus power generation capacity, courtesy of the 2,115 megawatts Julius Nyerere hydropower plant, which is being commissioned in phases. Tanzania must leverage on this plant, as well as the abundant renewable energy potential, to fire its universal access to electricity ambitions. I am also aware that of the solid foundation that has been established by the recently launched Clean Cooking Strategy for the period 2024 to 2034 that targets to ramp up clean cooking access to 80% by 2034 from the current 6.9%, as we were told by Commissioner Luoga. This will save, again I quote Commissioner Luoga, it will save 33,000 lives, especially of women and children who would otherwise die of indoor pollution, while also protecting 400,000 hectares of Tanzania's forests. Additionally, it will also reduce carbon emission significantly. The African Development Bank is committed to accompany the great people of Tanzania on this important journey for the quest of universal access to modern energy.
The tireless efforts in enhancing energy solutions that empower communities, particularly through clean cooking initiatives and improved energy access for all, certainly do not go unnoticed. Today's gathering brings together a diverse group of stakeholders, including senior government leaders, of course our esteemed development partners, private sector actors, and civil society to work towards a common objective on improving access to clean cooking solutions and advancing energy access goals. This collaboration is a testament to our shared vision of achieving sustainable energy for all and addressing the health, environmental, and economic challenges posed by reliance on traditional cooking methods. The African Development Bank recognizes the urgency of SDG 7 and delivering clean cooking solutions in Tanzania. Approximately 90% of the population in Tanzania still depends on biomass for cooking, posing serious health risks and contributing to deforestation. We are very proud to be working with your government to implement these transformative projects aimed at increasing access to clean energy and achieving national energy goals. At this juncture, I would like to particularly highlight two of the projects that we have been working on. The first is the Tanzania Renewable Energy Project, and the second is the Zanzibar Energy Transformation Program. These projects focus on expanding rural electrification through solar mini-grids and off-grid solutions to enhance access to affordable electricity, as well as reducing emissions and promoting sustainable energy use. One other impactful initiative is obvious support to clean cooking solutions across Tanzania. If you are here this morning, we had an excellent discussion on what the government is doing on clean cooking solutions, and we are very proud to be part of those efforts, Your Excellency. We do hope that by working alongside your government in addressing the clean cooking solution, we would help to improve the health outcomes across the country, empowering women and girls, and ensuring environmental sustainability across the country.
We are done dreaming of an industrialized Africa. No more enduring long journeys in darkness. No more imagining life without constant power. We are done. We are done. Done tolerating 24 hours without power, load shedding, blackouts, and power cuts. Enough. Imagine a life where our abundant natural resources can't power a generation. We can't cope with that reality. 600 million Africans still lack access to power. We have the solution. It's time to turn imagination into action. African Energy Week 2024 is the platform to implement change, sign deals, and take decisive action. and implement. Join us. Invest in African energies. Energy growth through an enabling environment, and be part of the movement that brings hope to millions across the continent. It's not just about power, it's about empowering lives and giving African hope. Be there to witness the transformation. African Energy Week 2024, where imagination becomes reality. Secure your seat now. Don't miss out on African Energy Week 2024. Visit our website and buy your tickets today. Let's light up Africa and create a brighter future together.
Project. Than the time you need to build that project. Sign, baby, sign.
James, we heard in the introduction and setting that Tanzania has a very strategic position between the Eastern Africa Power Pool and the Southern Africa Power Pool, giving it a huge opportunity for regional trade, power trade. Question to you, what are three specific measures EWURA is implementing to ensure Tanzania's power market regulatory environment is aligned with the regional power pools for energy trade in the region, Eastern and Southern Africa?
As it has been mentioned, yes, Tanzania is strategically, geographically positioned to effectively participate in regional power trade. First, we are among the country which is endowed with the enormous energy resource, and which, if it has been optimally utilized, we can be able to effectively participate in the region. As you introduced, that we all agree that interconnectors are critical for ensuring security of supply in the region and the issue of power trade. As far as the prerequisites for ensuring power trade to come into fruition. So, as far as policy framework is concerned, we have a robust policy which it just need to be implemented. From a legal point of view, we have a legislation, Electricity Act 2008, which also, as the policy articulate clearly on the need of private sector participation in the sector, and also in both segment, not only in generation. The policy, the legislation provide for private participation even in the transmission framework. So the legislation has covered that.
Following the African Union directive, NEPAD, with the support of development partners, including the African Development Bank, is in the process of establishing the single African electricity or energy market platform. So that, the objective is to bring all the 5 power pools, the Southern African Power Pool, the Eastern African Power Pool, the Central African Power Pool, the Western African Power Pool, and the Northern African Power Pool together, and to start, the inter and intra-regional electricity power trading. So that's the main objective. So now, that objective at the end, it will, is expected to, to bring some outcome, which is number one. I think, as all of us know, that energy security and reliability is the most important. And secondly is to enhance or to increase the competition in the power generation market. because we need, government alone cannot do, or public sector cannot do alone on investing on the power generation. We need to bring more the private sector, and to do that, we have to establish a very robust transmission, interconnection and transmission network.
We are very convinced at AFD of the benefits of interconnections for a country like Tanzania. That's why, as I said, we co-finance the interconnection with Zambia, and we are preparing also co-financing for the interconnections with Uganda. So the question is, how does Tanzania want to benefit from these interconnections? You can benefit as an importer, as a buyer, you can benefit as an exporter, as a seller, or you can just benefit as a member of a strong network which has more stability, more capacity to balance the intermittence of wind and solar or the seasonal fluctuations of hydro. So you need a clear strategy, not only saying, okay, we have 3-4 solar, wind projects in the pipeline, but if you want to have more, you really need to set targets in the long term, because the IPPs, they need visibility. And in addition to the strategy, you need money, of course. So either you finance the project with public money, so again, Tanzania already knows the way to go. Julius Nyerere is public financing, Kishapu Solar is public financing, and we are very pleased to be a partner of Tanzania in this one.
And we have opportunity of having the collaboration with the ministry and the government as well to open up some renewables energy opportunities, such as developing a couple of renewable energy solar project and wind. And we are currently in discussion with the country, part of it on a PPA negotiation as well. So we think there is a lot of opportunities, especially in Tanzania, in terms of the energy sector. Now, for Total, we look at the biggest opportunity for us is on power generation, given that we see the opportunities of developing a lot of wind and solar projects and being able to inject in a national grid, which also we know that the plan is to be connected in the power pool, South African power pool.